You know how bodybuilders stand in front of mirrors and they practice posing, they practice engaging a certain muscle, a certain way, certain position to make that part pop and give that illusion of size, symmetry, definition, all the qualities they look for. Well, in a way, I think isometrics, not done in front of a mirror and posing, but isometrics of body parts which are stupid. Body parts that you have trouble with. Let's say for me, I'm a high bar squatter that resembles a low bar squatter, right? Like I lean over for whatever reason. I lean over, my leverages, legs, all that other stuff that we always talk about. But my quads are, rarely ever, I feel them engaged when I'm doing heavy weight, or it's only like when I really, really push myself to the max, like 180 kilos for AMRAP sets, then I feel kind of a little bit of quads, right? But most of the time it's my core and my lower back that gets fried first. Well, these isometrics are interesting. Done with isolation exercises like the leg extension, where you flex the hell out of that muscle and you hold it. And you hold it for a minute, even longer, whatever you want to hold it, but you hold it. And your brain is continuously sending electricity down to that muscle and engaging it and engaging it and engaging it. And if that thing was a radar, that blip on the radar would just continuously get stronger and stronger and stronger as the lactic acid forms, and as the time goes on, that intensity, that mind-muscle connection gets better and better and better and better. And I can't help but think, if you spend a little bit of time doing isometrics and then you go do whatever the hell you want to do, let's say you're doing freaking bicep curls, something completely opposite, I reckon your brain is half thinking about the quads because it's so in tune with what you just went through for a minute. You flex the living hell out of it. Now, when bodybuilders are standing in front of mirrors, they're kind of like flexing against themselves in a way. Like, they contract the agonist and the antagonist, so it's like an isometric contraction, but like the two muscles are opposing each other. What you can do is you can put that thought on steroids by, adding real resistance externally from the body, like a leg extension. You put up lots of weight. Today I got to 70 kilos on the leg extension, just messing around with it, and I had trouble staying on the seat, but started picking up dumbbells and all sorts of stuff to like make sure that I sit back down. But I'm trying to flex as hard as I can. And what I've learned is that going straight to like full, maxing out on the range of motion is very, very hard for me. I can't straighten my legs out, when I really go hammer and tongs with this exercise. Partially because the way this chair is set up, the most force is going to be when your legs are straight because, well, it's not a cable. It's basically working against perpendicular to gravity. And so when you go your legs straight, it's the most pressure. But you feel the quads. You feel the quads like crazy. And I just keep thinking to myself, this is exactly what you need. Exactly what you need. So everybody that walks the earth has that muscle that pisses them off, whatever it is. I don't have back problems. I have hip problems because I lean over too much and I basically deadlift too much with the bar on my back. But I never have back problems. But somebody that has back problems, let's say you have trouble engaging your glutes. You have trouble engaging your hamstrings. You never feel those. You're very upright. And, that's how you move. That's just the way you're built. And everyone has a certain way that they're built. What if, let's say you did that with a hamstring curl machine and you just sat there, holding the damn thing contraction for a minute. And maybe another time you do glutes. You hold the glute bridge. You just hold it. Whatever. It doesn't have to be heavy weight. Just hold it so the quality of that contraction is mint. And you're just sitting there. You're just sitting there. Because part of me is thinking, how much of these injuries that we are experiencing in the gym are simply because a part of us falls asleep? And because we are built in such a way that we are always seeking a path of least resistance, we always feed the strength, the part of us that is strong. And we avoid the weakness because that's what it is, right? You don't want to go to the path of most resistance. So you always go, in basketball, we always drive right. Well, why would I go left, man? My left hand is stupid. I can't do a left hand left. So I'm going to go right every time. It's kind of like the natural instinct of us. But what if we take that weakness and we hammer it for a minute straight, contracting? We make it better. We train only driving left. You never drive right when you're training. Always left, always left, always left. So then when you go back to the basketball court, the instinct is to go right, but now you have a left as well. When you're squatting, the quads are on, man. You feel the quads. The hamstrings and glutes for me in the back and all that stuff leaning forward, that's second nature, man. That just comes like in my sleep. But if I can get my quads on the map, all of a sudden I feel poppy because there is synergy. Like everything, I'm firing on all cylinders. And I think isometric contractions are that. Isometric exercise, just do that. Just do that. Spend time contracting the living hell out of it. And in a way, just like isometrics, I think heavy ass weight like these Hatfield squats, the 260 that I did today, they're similar. Because when you unrack a stupidly heavy weight for you, there is no way you can half-ass that shit. This is heavier than you can cope with. And so what happens is your core lights up like an isometric contraction. Oh my God, there is a weight on my back that I cannot handle. All aboard. Emergency procedures on. Everything flares up. You know, you can do your crunches, you can do your planks, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. But there's nothing like sheer weight on your spine. There are muscles within your system that you don't even know where they are, right? Your brain has not recognized what the hell is going on. But when your brain hits that emergency procedure button, everyone is on board, on that ship, working hard, whatever they got going on. So the captain tells the supervisor, emergency procedures, and the supervisor tells some other guy, and it goes down the hierarchy and everyone does their little bits, but the captain doesn't really know, let's say, what the cleaner is about to do, right? Because there's 1,000 men on the ship. Whatever, I'm just speaking out large. And that's how it happens. Sheer weight does something. It's an isometric contraction for the core. It's unlike anything else. That I think this is why I like the exercises where I use really, really heavy weight, like pin squats, like Hatfield squats. And I reckon this is why I like isometric contractions, because I'm so lit up. I'm so lit up and everything's on board. But when I'm doing a lesser weight, right? Or if I'm doing a straight bar, I always go back to the strengths, man. Always go back to the strength. It's so hard in the peak of battle with the straight bar to convince the body, let's go into that range of motion where we don't really have confidence, but let's just go there. It's so hard. But you can manipulate these weaknesses with the hand on a solid surface in a Hatfield squat, and then you can sniper that particular tissue with isometric contraction like a leg extension, or like a glute thrust hold, or like a hamstring curl hold. You literally light that department on fire. What's up? What's going on? It's like an internal investigation into why are you a piece of shit? Why are you so weak? It just automatically lights up. And like I'm sitting here right now and my quads, they're vibrating, they're warm, and literally like in terms of my body, all I want to do right now is walk with my quads. It sounds stupid, right? But like when you walk, you walk a certain way. But now, like when I walked over to here from the leg extension machine, I'm literally feeling my quads contract every step. I don't feel that normally. So it's interesting. And the beautiful thing about isometrics is that you can do it a lot. Like, you know, the recovery is pretty good. So if you have something that's lagging, just contract it. Contract it. Simple as that. If you got biceps that are falling asleep, you can't bring your biceps up. Literally, dude. Pick up your child. Pick up your child and just hold him. Just hold your child in a 90-degree elbow bend. All of a sudden they light up. Don't worry about bicep curls and whatever. No. Hold it exactly where you feel your bicep and just go for time. Take a straight bar, hold it for time. Take a dumbbell, hold it for time. Exactly where you know at this position the bicep has to be working the most. And all the other stuff is kind of secondary. I don't understand why it's not more discussed, these isometrics. You know, because anecdotally, I feel like there's something really special going on here. All right, guys, that's all I got. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.